All right, folks, we are back in TimeGuessr, and we're hoping to do better than the shambolic effort we had last time. This first picture is a little bit intimidating, I would say. If you want to play along, now would be a great time to pause it. Down in the description, there should be a link to this game so you can play right along in the same game. You can go ahead and knock everything out and come back and tell us the score while you watch along, or you can follow along and just make your own guesses, ignoring my stupidity along the way. Whatever floats your boat. Just let me know in the comments down below. I love to see how you guys have done, what you saw that I missed. It's always interesting. Okay, let's dive in. So I think that's Queen Elizabeth, right? I think so. I'm not an expert on that, but I think that's what I'm seeing. So let's look back in here. Heingaffa, Malling, Propan. So this is Norway. So now it becomes a question of what year is this? I think we're in Norway. I wonder. We're just gonna go to Oslo. I have no clue. Am I correct? Is this Queen Elizabeth, or am I bugging out? Is this someone else? Some Norwegian royal or something? Who knows? As far as a time period, this must be the 60s, right? Can't be more recent than the 60s, can it? I'm looking around. None of the dudes are wearing hats, which I'm told means it must be at least the 60s, right? Oh, I'm terrible at this. Oh boy. Yeah, none of the men are wearing hats. So I think we're going to go 65. And we're going to run it. I don't have much more to say than that. Let's see what happens. It was 1969. We're only 4 years off. It was a different part of Norway. But Queen Elizabeth II and King Olav of Norway greeting crowds in the small town of Åndalsnes. Åndalsnes? Something. Okay. Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to do better than that, really. I have no idea. So it's not bad. It's still under 8,500, which I don't like to see, but hey, we move on. Okay, folks. If you want to play along, as always, now would be the time to pause the video. Can we get the right information here? Check-in and pass holders. Cargo terminal. Check-in. Frontier control. All passports. Cargo terminal and UTP. Wait a second. Look, yes, I know where we're at. Roughly. This is a ferry port in the UK to cross the channel and go to France. This is the cliffs of Dover, right? So where the heck is Dover? Where are the cliffs of Dover? I don't know. This is a problem. Brighton, is this in Brighton maybe? Seaford, Hastings. Don't really recognize. I just don't know the UK very well. Brighton Beach. Is there a ferry terminal here? Actually, let's zoom out a bit. Yep, to New Haven. Portsmouth. Bournemouth. Plymouth. Where are the White Cliffs at? That's the question I have. Bournemouth, Newport, Portsmouth, Brighton. Brighton sticks in my head, but I'm not seeing any white. Like, where's Dover? Am I losing my mind that Dover is an important name in the thing that I'm thinking about? Does it have nothing to do with anything? Probably it has nothing to do with anything. What's this? Lyme Regis. That's a hilarious name. Swanage, Bournemouth. Those are beaches. This is Portsmouth. There's a ferry port there. Brighton. There's no actual something into Brighton. Like, I'm not seeing a ferry route into Brighton. That's a beach. Oh. Come on now. Well, there's the Saltine Cliffs. I've completely lost the plot thinking this is Brighton, haven't I? Okay, let's see if there's something else I can pick up on here. We're definitely in the UK. Where is the ferry terminal in the UK? We measure our success in smiles. I feel like I'm being a complete idiot right now. There are white cliffs over there. Why do I not know where the white cliffs are? Make this big. As big as possible, please. We have Eastburn. We have Beachy Head. Cliff End. Have Eastbourne, Norman's Bay, Bexel-on-Sea, Hastings, Fairlight Cove, Winchelsea, Reese Harbor Nature Preserve, very nice. Dungeness, Great Stone-on-Sea, Little Stone-on-Sea, St. Mary's Bay, Dymchurch. There's no chance we're in the right area right now. Here's Dover. I was looking for Dover. How could I not see Dover? Yes, Dover to Calais. That looks like the right thing to me. Yes, cliffs, White Cliffs of Dover. That's what I've been looking for. Yes, and there's a ferry port right here. Yes, this is what we're looking at. Absolutely. Okay. There's a couple roads there. Probably. There's a Dover. This is customs. I think we're right in here. Right in here. There we go. Okay, now we need a time period. I'm sorry that took me, I don't know how long. It felt like 10 minutes to figure out where we were on the map. Okay, we need a time period. The vehicles, I think, look fairly modern. We measure our success in smiles. Okay. Bunch of buses. We have a German URL there. These vehicles are fairly modern. Might even go so far as to say quite modern. Okay, we've got someone there. Got a guy there. Can we see anyone up here? Police. Dun dun dun. Okay. Alright, we're not seeing much. The vehicles are quite modern, right? So it could be post-COVID, it could be pre-COVID. I don't see anyone wearing masks, or like anyone so that I can tell if they're wearing masks or not. Which I missed that dead giveaway recently in one video. Okay, I think we've got to be like quite... It can be even more modern than this. I think I'm going to go 21. We're going to go 21. Let's make that guess. I've spent way too long on this one. It was 23. It was even 2 years later. Okay, the location was farther back. Doggone it, I lost 6 points. But we scored almost 9,800 points. Almost 9,800. That's a pretty good round. We'll take it. We will take it and move on. Goodness great. Okay, look at this. We've got some racing. Don't recognize these. Is this a women's race? I think it might be. Innisbrook. Okay, are we in Innisbrook? Maybe. That raises a secondary question. Where is Innisbrook? I think it's in Switzerland, but it might be in Austria. Could even possibly be in Germany, but I think it's in Switzerland. Innisbrook. Innisbrook. I definitely recognize the name. Why is it a .info instead of like... Okay, that's as far out as I can zoom. The folks have smartphones, so it's a fairly modern picture. There's not much we can get details from here. These flags, I don't know what they are, to be honest with you. Innisbrook. Oh, I know that name, but I don't know where it is. This flag is throwing me. But obviously, like, flags can be from anywhere at these races. Innisbrook isn't up here, is it? Don't think so. No. No. Stop driving yourself wild with crazy stuff like that. Okay. There it is. There it is. There it is. There it is. It's in Austria. Okay. I mean, we're just going to go with Innisbrook. I don't really know what else we can do. Let's go right down here in the central area somewhere. Now we need a year. Let's again look at these phones and whatnot. Look at the people. Yeah, if it was the men's race, I might be able to recognize faces and, like, get a rough idea, or maybe even jerseys, but I'm just not familiar enough with cycling to know the women's teams very well. Okay, these phones, they're not like, yeah. Okay. One thing I'm noticing as I look at this crowd, I don't see a single person wearing a mask, right? Not one. So I'm gonna go pre-COVID, but not very much pre-COVID. I'm gonna go 2019. Because even if it was like 2023 or 4, I think I'd see at least one person with a mask, right? Maybe not, but that's my theory, and we're gonna stick with it. It was 2018. I was 1 year off. Peloton in Innisbrook during the UCI Road World Championships. There we go. Oh, that was a banger. We only lost 62 points in that entire round. Okay. This is a bounce back. After the last game, where we're within like 3,000 points of what we scored total in the last game. Okay, this bag clearly says Poland on it. By the way, if you do want to pause, go ahead and pause. Now would be the time. But like, I don't know if this is a red herring or not, obviously. Let's have a look over here. Intercontinental David Tel Aviv. Okay, yeah. The Poland situation was in fact a red herring. I know where Tel Aviv is, I think. There we go. So is this an airport? It's an Intercontinental. That's probably a hotel, right? Southern part of Lev, Tel Aviv, North Jaffa, Old Jaffa. Old North Southern part. Old North Northern part. I have no idea. I don't know. We're just going to throw it somewhere in Tel Aviv. Okay, now we have to try to figure out a year. If that's possible. This says Poland 25. Does that mean like 2025? This guy is on his phone. The young people are not on phones, which is good, I guess. Calvin Klein. This seems very modern. I think. Like her headphones seem quite modern. I don't know what that is. I'm not cool enough to know. Okay, this looks like something related to Charlie Brown. There's nothing screaming a date. I mean, this, I don't know what this is. Do you want to go 2025? That seems crazy. I'm going to go 2024. Like, I think, no, that says EU and it says Poland 25. So, is that an upcoming competition? Yeah, I'm going to go 2025. We're going for it, man. We are going for it. I'm going to move this guess over here to whatever that center is that I saw there. And we're going to make that guess. It's 2025. Citizens of Poland and Austria assembled at a hotel in Tel Aviv for evacuation amid heavy strikes on Israel by Iran. Okay. And I moved myself farther away. I had guessed somewhere in here. So I would have gotten more points if I'd stayed where I was, but it's okay. It's okay. We only dropped, even less than the last round, we only dropped 44 points in this round. This is a comeback. Don't call it a comeback, as they say. But it is a comeback after the last game. We've already blown that game out of the water, and we could do something special here, guys. If you do want to play on your own, now's the time to pause. If not, let's dive in. I don't want to overstep my bounds here, but I think we're in Norway. And it's the big hair era, which I know about big hair, but I don't actually know when it was because it was before my time. What does this say? Something Hunt or Huni or I don't know. That says nothing. They're very excited about something. Everyone's having fun. Is it like Norwegian National Day or something? Or maybe they just had a big day in the Olympics. Can't see a date on your newspaper, unfortunately. You should be showing me the date, please. Be real nice of you. So my thought, like this hair, is that an 80s thing? Is it an 80s thing or a 90s thing? I'm thinking we're somewhere on the border between 80s and 90s. That's my idea. I don't know what part of Norway we might be in. I mean, you can see a mountain in the background, so I don't think we're in Oslo. Like, I think we're in a small town somewhere. Which means, who knows where we are? It's probably somewhere in the southern, but let's like kind of hedge our bets. It can be anywhere around the southern tip. And as far as a year goes, I think we're going to go 91. Earlier, later, I don't know. Is this a stroller in the background here? So interesting. Trying to pick up any clues in the background, but it's quite fuzzy, so yeah. I don't think we're any newer than this. It might be older. The picture might be older than this, but I don't think it's more recent than 91. I don't, but we're about to find out all together right now. Let's see. 88, 3 years earlier. Norwegians cheering on the streets of Lillehammer on the day it was announced the small Norwegian town would be the host of the 1994 Winter Olympics. Okay, so it was Olympics related. And yeah, it's good we kind of went in the, I guess Oslo would have been basically the same difference, but it was obviously we weren't in Oslo. Glad we didn't go further south. Honestly, that's pretty good. 8,900 points. We were on 38,000 something. Probably we're going to wind up around 46,000 total. Let's see. 47,000. Come on, let's go. And a large chunk of our points were lost in Norway. As you can see there. There we go. Look at that. That was a good game. That was a good bounce back effort from the last one. That's for sure. Last game, we barely broke 31,000, I think. And this time we broke 47,000. We lost less than 3,000 points total over this entire game. That's pretty awesome. Not gonna lie. At least for me. I'm sure for some of these folks it's not a great effort, but for me it's amazing. If you enjoyed it, smash that like button. Jump down in the comments. Let me know how it went for you. What clues did you see that would have made you guess 1988 instead of 1991? Or, what would you have done differently in a few places to get an even better score than 47,000? Or did you get a better score? Let me know. If you want to see more videos like this, do make sure you are subscribed. I will see you in the next one, and you have an absolutely amazing day.